Good morning. I want you to think for a moment about a dream. Not a sleeping dream, but a vision for your life. Something you believed you were meant to do, to be, to achieve. Maybe it's crystal clear. Maybe it's just a feeling. Hold that now. I want you to think about the pit. Not a bad day, not a setback. The pit, the betrayal that comes from your own circle. The moment where everything is ripped away, your status, your dignity, your control. The cold, dark, lonely place you did nothing to deserve. That's where our story begins, with a young man named Joseph. Favored, gifted, a dreamer. His dreams told him he was destined for greatness. But his brothers, they saw arrogance. And one day, their jealousy boiled over. They threw him into a literal, dark, empty pit. And as he sat there, terrified, they sat down to eat lunch. Betrayal with a side of sandwiches. Then, they pulled him out not to save him, but to sell him. Into slavery. The dreamer, now property. The promised one, now shackled. Your pit might not be a cistern in the desert. It might be a pink slip, a diagnosis, a broken trust, a failure that echoes in the silence. It's the space between the promise you felt and the painful reality you're living. And the first question the pit asks you is this: will you let this place define you, or will you let it prepare you? Because Joseph's story doesn't jump from pit to palace. There's a long, grueling, in-between space called the process. Sold to Potiphar in Egypt. And what does Joseph do? He doesn't sulk. He works. He excels. He becomes the chief servant. He's making the best of it. But then, another betrayal. Falsely accused. And thrown into another pit, a prison. This is crucial. Sometimes you think you've climbed out of one pit, only to find yourself in a deeper, darker one. And it's in that prison where the real transformation happens. Joseph isn't just waiting, he's serving. He becomes the warden's right-hand man. He interprets the dreams of fellow prisoners. He uses his gift in the prison. He doesn't say, "I'll use my gift when I get my big break." He uses it where he is, with who is around him. The process is where your character is built to match your calling. The palace would have destroyed the boy from the pit. He needed the resilience of the prison to survive it. The process is where you learn that your integrity is not for your convenience. It's your identity. When Potiphar's wife tried to seduce him, Joseph didn't just say no. He said, "How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" His moral compass was anchored to something bigger than his circumstances. The process asks the second question: are you faithful in the small, dark places, when no one is watching and the reward seems gone forever? Then, a glimmer. A butler remembers Joseph's gift. He's rushed from the dungeon to interpret Pharaoh's nightmares. This is it, right? His moment. But look at what Joseph does. He hasn't grown bitter. He hasn't given up on God or himself. He stands before the most powerful man on earth and says, "I cannot do it." But God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires. After 13 years of pits and prisons, he still credits God. His pain didn't shrink his faith. It expanded it. He interprets the dream. 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine. And then he doesn't just stop. He offers a solution. They were redirecting. The prison wasn't a prison. It was a pathway. Every note was steering him to a divine yes. Your pain has a purpose, not just for you, but for the people connected to you. Joseph's suffering positioned him to save nations, including his own family. Your pit, your prison, your process. It's building in you a testimony that will feed others in their famine. The final question is, will you forgive the past and steward the pain so that your story can become someone else's survival guide? So, where are you today? Are you in the pit? Remember, it's not your destination. Don't build a home there. Cling to the dream, even if it's just an ember. Your brothers don't get the final say. Are you in the process? In the job you don't love? In the season of waiting? In the prison of routine or obscurity? Excel there. Serve there. Use your gift there. Build a character that can carry the weight of the promise. Your faithfulness in the dark is building your future in the light. Are you stepping into the palace? Don't forget the pit. Use your power with the wisdom and humility it taught you. Your authority is not for ego, it's for stewardship. It's to save lives, not just build your own empire. And are you facing the people who hurt you? The ultimate sign you VA made it to the palace ISNT, the title on your door. It's the freedom in your heart to forgive, to see the bigger picture, and to say, what you meant for evil, God is using for good. Your story is not a straight line from pain to victory. It's a winding, difficult, often painful journey from a pit, through a process, into a purpose you could have never imagined. So today, I'm here to tell you, your pit is not powerful enough to cancel your promise. Your prison is not permanent enough to contain your potential. Hold on, stay faithful, keep serving, keep dreaming, because the same God who wrote Joseph's story is writing yours. And the chapter you're in right now, no matter how dark, is not the end of the book. Your palace is coming, and your pain will have a purpose. Rise against all odds. Rise. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs it. See you next time.